behavior. I'm questioning whether or not your father is a simp. And the reason I'm questioning whether or not your father is a simp is because there's no way that a dude that's not a simp daughter is going to be on here talking that bullshit, leading with that fake ass femininity, and then going to come on here trying to talk to me like you know what the fuck is going. I don't think you really knew what you was getting yourself into, because I'm not the one. I'm going to tell you the fucking truth. I'm not here to sugarcoat. I'm not trying to get on your good side, none of that. So either you can take the advice so that you can actually get the results, and it ain't even got to be the results when it come to marriage. It got to do with how you moving as a woman. That shit is fake. And all I'm doing is calling it out. You expose yourself.
You ever was arguing with a woman, and inside this woman's head, she's thinking that you saying all type of stuff about her, even though you telling her that you're not even saying that. But in her head, she really believed that's what you said. That's what this episode about. AD is about to cook this woman. I'm talking about cook her crispy and have the proof. Because a lot of times when you're arguing with women, if you don't have a video camera right there to prove that you didn't say something or did say something, they're going to believe what they won't believe. Let's see what they're talking about.
Nothing wrong with a man listening to his woman to get some advice from her. It's not saying that you're not a man because you're not hearing your woman out or because a woman is telling you what to do. All of us came from a woman. So when I'm hearing Anton speak, which I'm not just keep trying to relate to him, he came from a woman as well. So it's like, are you telling me you never listened to your mom growing up? Because you're saying that a man don't listen to a woman, like that make you less of a man. I'm just confused. So that's why I was just like, Balance was right. And I just didn't want to say anything because I'm still confused on the first conversation. And I haven't got past that yet.
You come from a man. You come from your daddy's balls. Your woman, the mama is just the egg.
Your mom delivered you. You came from a woman. Your dad did not give birth to you. Your mother.
Your mom was just an incubator. You come from your father. That's where you come from. I don't know. Listen, I can't speak to your personal situation, although you did mention it. I'm not going to speak to your personal situation, but let me help you to understand something. The dudes that came before us, and again, this has nothing to do with you, was simps. They were weak. They said,
I'm not going to. My dad was
happy life. I'm not talking about you.
Okay, well, I want to clear that up because my dad wasn't a simp.
Didn't I? Oh, you're not a good listener, right? And
I'm a great listener because this is my first time. This is my first time saying anything back to you. I listened to you earlier and didn't even know. I prefaced the
conversation twice by saying that I was not referring to you specifically, and then you went to go on about how it is that this is referenced. This ain't about you. This is about life.
And I said I wanted to make that clear that my father was not a simp. It's the same thing you were doing with people earlier. You don't like when somebody do something that you do. You were doing this to people earlier when they were speaking. All I'm saying to you is my father is not a simp.
See, this is shit I'm talking about. The man never said nothing but the girl daddy. Never said nothing but the girl daddy. He even said it twice that I'm not talking about your daddy. And she wanna just believe in her head, or you talking about my daddy. Nah, bitch, he talking about women in general, men in general. But you too fucking stupid to see that shit.
That's not an argument. My father is not a simp. That's all I was saying.
And how would you know?
I know for a fact my father is not a simp. My father is very intelligent, and my father is
what being intelligent got to do with being a simp?
It doesn't matter. He wasn't a simp.
And
we're going to leave it at that. And I'm not going to allow you to say my father's a simp because he's not.
I never said that he was. But see,
you just said, how do I know that?
He never called your father a simp.
No, hold on, Mr. Lego. Let me cook. You know how I know that your father was possibly a simp?
He was not a simp.
Do you know how I know your father was possibly a simp? Because you automatically triggered by it and nobody called him a simp.
I'm triggered by it because my father was a great man, and I don't allow nobody to talk crazy about my father.
But nobody mentioned your father. Nobody mentioned your father. Did anybody mention your father?
Do you have a daughter?
Did anybody mention your father?
Do you have a daughter?
I do.
Okay. If your daughter was sitting on this panel, you would want your daughter to speak highly of you as well. I'm not going to allow nobody to disrespect my dad.
If nobody asked about me,
period, he's not a simp.
If nobody asked about me, see, are you married?
I'm not married, but
I know you're not fucking married.
You don't know that I'm not married.
I
I'm
do
not married
know because I can tell by
chose
that
not to be
badass
married.
attitude. Listen, you already about to snatch dreams out the air. You're shaking your head. You're talking with your neck and shit. You're mentioning shit that nobody even ever brought up. I never brought up your fucking father. Not once. As a matter of fact, I made sure that you knew. Wait a second. If you be quiet for long enough to let somebody actually talk, you don't have to respond to something that I didn't even say. If you just be quiet for 5 seconds, you will understand the sentiment, and then you probably could get married. You would not be impacted by all of these fucking stories that you heard inside of your salon.
You know what's crazy? You are judging me when you don't even know me.
So you let him
You don't even know me. You don't even know me.
Hold on, y'all.
Rashawn, don't cape Rashawn.
No, wait.
Stop.
He's the only person on this
I don't
panel
have to know you
I
if I asked you a
I'm not
specific
married
question.
because I'm not married. I've been engaged three times.
I guarantee you I heard that 1,000 times from a bunch of chicks that was masculine as fuck.
But you just said that if I listen, I will be married. That's
yeah, because you ain't quiet enough to actually
Those single women saying I've been.
Now watch how you about to cook this hoe for the rest of the show. And she ain't gonna be able to say nothing about it. Cause she gonna feel guilty. She gonna know that she wrong, and she gonna know that they got witnesses that witnessed everything that happened, so she can't add no sugar to it or no shit. I hate bitches like this. But let's watch and see what happens.
This is what I guarantee you. I guarantee you, after this show, you're gonna have a life reality check, because it's not gonna sit well with you. And the reason it's not gonna sit well with you is because you're wrong as fuck. You over talking after you said that you don't over talk. You led with that fake ass femininity when you first came on the panel. I don't over talk. I don't even respond. Now look at you. You ain't out of character. This is who you fucking really are. And all I did was bring it out of you. See, the unique thing about me is that if you sit around me long enough, I'm gonna bring that bullshit up out of you. And you can't sit here and sell me something that ain't real. I knew you wasn't fucking married. And now, because of your behavior, not because of your father, but because of your behavior, I'm questioning whether or not your father is a simp. And the reason I'm questioning whether or not your father is a simp is because there's no way that a dude that's not a simp daughter is gonna be on here talking that bullshit, leading with that fake ass femininity, and then gonna come on here trying to talk to me like you know what the fuck is going. I don't think you really knew what you was getting yourself into, because I'm not the one. I'm gonna tell you the fucking truth. I'm not here to sugarcoat. I'm not trying to get on your good side, none of that. So either you can take the advice so that you can actually get the results, and it ain't even got to be the results when it comes to marriage. It got to do with how you moving as a woman. That shit is fake. And all I'm doing is calling it out. You expose yourself. So you can take this shit and move differently, or you can continue to lead with that fake ass femininity and not getting the results that you want and lean to your father. Which one you want? How you gonna move? Because all of this is bullshit that you're selling right now. It's fake as fuck.
Because your damn mouth.
She looking like a motherfucking clown right now. Like, she can't even say nothing back because she know that this man right about everything. Everybody know that he right about everything in this situation right here, because they all watched it unfold. How you just add shit to an argument, a disagreement or whatever, then stand on it like, that's what I know I heard from you. Like I said, you can't argue with a woman that got her mind made up and that's gonna add shit. These bitches delusional.
Hey, yo, no, not wait, no. I know.
Man, how many times have we seen this shit?
Hey, yo, I know you got the minister meme on here. Yo.
Look, women don't listen, they interpret.
Right,
so there was a lot of interpreting that. So ladies, just period, everybody just watching or whatever, understand that a lot of the times when you try to argue with a man or a woman, you're interpreting what somebody said and you just go down a fucking rabbit hole when you don't necessarily need to. We have to, well, y'all have to, because men don't do this, stop interpreting what somebody said. He said twice.
Mr. Lego.
Yeah.
The reality is that I want her to be successful. My general sentiment in life is to have everybody that eventually come in contact with me take something positive out of it. I'm not saying this just because I want to get on her or some shit. I'm saying it because it's real. And I'm not sure if the people that's in her inner circle, and I don't know who's in her inner circle, I'm talking about her friends, you know, any dude that she'd never interacted with. I'm not sure if they've ever actually been honest enough to tell her the truth. Because I'm not emotionally attached to her, or I don't have any personal vendetta. I don't even know her from a can of paint, and she probably don't know me. I can be real. I'm gonna tell her the truth. That shit is not kosher. That shit is not cool. And she's basically, I never even said anything about her father whatsoever. I prefaced the conversation twice by saying, this is not personal to you. This has nothing to do with you. And then she went on a tangent about her father. Now, what is that supposed to say? What does that communicate?
Women don't listen to interpret.
Because communication is 90% body language. It's 90% of the things that you don't say when you're not supposed to say it. It's not the thing that you're trying to communicate to other people. I pay attention to that shit. I'm not listening to what she's saying. I'm listening to how she react. And I pay attention to like really focus in on the things that people say when they first come on the panel. I paid attention when she said that shit. She said it. Oh, I don't jump in and all of that. Well, what the fuck is this? And I want her to be great. And I hope this shit burn. I hope this shit bother.
All right, Rayshawn, you can go ahead and cape Rayshawn.
I hope that she toss and turn all fucking night and she see me in her dreams and that shit is like, I hate that fucking Anton. Because at the end of the day, it's real. It's real.
And this is how women learn how to be around masculine men.
Conversation.
I know
you're going to a thing.
Go ahead, Rayshawn.
She's gonna move a little bit differently, bro.
So this bitch tried to falsify an argument while they had witnesses. See, bitches like that, they the ones that make shit deeper than what it gotta be. You know how many people dead in the graveyard because a bitch done lied and added some sauce to some shit and got niggas into some beef and now they ain't here no more. All behind a fucking lie. All because you added some shit to it. That shit ain't right. That shit ain't right. When you arguing, you just sit back and listen exactly to what people saying. Or better yet, not argue at all. If somebody telling you something that you don't like, and 9 times out of 10, that's what it be. The man just telling you something that you don't want to hear, so you want to argue about it. The argument turns into extra shit because you adding extra shit. Until the next time, y'all fuck with me.